The Denver Nuggets are showing interest in Klay Thompson as a potential replacement for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Oh, my God.
The Philadelphia 76ers are also expected to show interest in Klay Thompson. Quote, unquote, a league source said Philadelphia has interest in Klay. If the Nuggets lose free agent to be Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who has decided to decline his player option and enter the market, a league source said Denver has pegged Thompson as a possible replacement. So I ask all the listeners out there, 888-957-9570. If Klay Thompson doesn't come back and re-sign with the Golden State Warriors, what is the one team you don't want to see him play for?
Well, the Denver Nuggets have $8 million, as of right now, $8 million of first apron space, $19 million of second apron space, and that does not include the KCP option situation. So that's just accounted for next year. So him signing there would either be the mid-level or it would be under, the $19 million per year that they have left to fill out the rest of their roster, barring there's no big trade.
Right. Maybe they move off of Michael Porter Jr. and open up some cash. I don't know. But that is what's going on right now. We'll talk to Slater about it. But is Denver the one team that Warrior fans, what team personally, if Klay moves on, and I personally want Klay back, I want to see the big three retire together. I'm a sucker for that stuff. But if he doesn't come back, and it doesn't look like he's coming back, if you read all the tea leaves and the feeling we all get, the vibe we all get, it doesn't feel like he's coming back. If there's a team I don't want to see him play for, it is the Denver Nuggets. The pick-a-pop game with Jokic and Murray, and he's standing in the corner wide open hitting threes in that altitude, I don't want to see him go to Denver. I would rather see him go to Orlando, get out east, go to Philadelphia, get out east. I don't want Klay Thompson in the Western Conference, especially on a team like Denver. And what if Dallas? I don't know what Dallas is over the cap right now. I still feel like, I don't know why I feel like they're a dark horse to get Klay Thompson. Maybe I'm just paranoid about the Dallas Mavericks and Jason Kidd and Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. But I definitely wouldn't want to see him on the Denver Nuggets.
Offensively, I see everything you're saying, but there's also the defensive side of things. And so you'd have him and Murray, in that backcourt, conceiving that they have him as a 2. I know Aaron Gordon is a very good defender, but as the funneler, because Jokic isn't necessarily a funneler at big. I don't know.
I think they would start Christian Brown at the 2, the young man from Kansas who's entering his 3rd year, who's a solid player. I like Christian Brown.
Okay.
I like Christian Brown. It's spelled Brown, but they pronounce it Brown. Christian Brown at the 2, and then Klay at the 3. Next to Gordon and Jokic, because we all consider Klay Thompson a 3 now, right? Even the Warriors kind of considered Klay Thompson a 3.
Well, in that scenario, they had said, I was just going off of what you read, and they said as a replacement for KCP.
Yeah, as a replacement.
So I assumed shooting guard.
But I see him interchangeable being with Christian Brown being in that starting lineup.
Honestly, I don't know. I see what you're seeing offensively. I don't know. I'm not that crazy, oh my God, that changed anything. Because KCP was kind of like a Warrior, a very good player against the Warriors. He could defend. He's timely when he knocks down shots. He's kind of a guy you forget about, and a really nice ancillary piece. Obviously not going to be the volume shooter that Klay Thompson is, but he does a lot of little things on a winning team. KCP's a very underrated player.
Oh, he's a very good player. Good player.
I don't really care if he goes to Denver. I just, for some reason, seeing him in a Laker uniform alongside LeBron, I don't know why that triggers me more, even though he's from LA, because I hate the Lakers much more than I hate the Nuggets.
Considering that you love LeBron, you talk more like I'm kidding. I look at Denver and I just look at the offensive firepower and the pressure they could put on you offensively. They don't turn the ball over enough. They don't turn the ball over at all. I know we all see Game 7 the way they blew it, but they're very efficient offensively. Jokic is going to have the ball in his heads. You're going to have to double him. If you don't double him, he's going to drop 40 on your ass. Jamal Murray, if you don't double him, he's going to drop 30 on your ass and cook you. Klay Thompson being wide open for corner threes in that offense, I think he's more consistent than Michael Porter Jr. when it comes to shooting the rock. So I don't know. That's interesting. I don't want to see Klay Thompson go to Denver and play for Mike Malone and be in the Western Conference. Are you kidding me? I just want Klay Thompson out of the West. But if you had a choice, Warrior fans, 888-957-9570, a couple questions. What is the one team you don't want to see Klay Thompson play for? I have I have a feeling that a lot of people will say the LA Lakers.
Yeah, that would be it. But at the same time, I think a lot of people are always going to root for Klay Thompson no matter where he goes.
I'm not rooting for him if he's an LA Laker. That's why I draw the line. Sorry, Spadone. That's
I mean, he's a
where I draw
legacy
the line.
player. That's his favorite team growing up, right? His
That's
dad
why
played
I
for
draw
team?
the line. The LA Lakers. The Lakers. The Lakers. Now you're going to make me watch Klay Thompson, the LA Lakers?
I rooted for Terrell Owens individually, even though he was on the Cowboys.
Oh, I did not do that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't go that far.
I love T.O.
I ain't rooting for no Cowboy. We're different in that aspect. I am not rooting for no Cowboy. Oh, I hate it when he signed with the Cowboys.
I did too.
Oh, my gosh.
But he was awesome.
Yeah, but I wasn't rooting for him. That's for damn sure.
Individually rooting for him.
Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. 888-957-9570 is the number. Also, Paul George. The Paul George market is heating up. Sam Amick, Anthony Slater. Again, Slater's going to join us at 8:30. What's going on with PG? PG-13. What's his market look like? And what are you willing to do to get PG if you're interested in PG? Let's go to Rob and San Bruno. Rob, what's happening, man? Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. We keep bringing up defense. Did y'all watch the draft yesterday? Half them players, the third or fourth of them players don't play defense. Klay Thompson still a better defender than Curry, still a better defender than Jokic, still a better defender than Luka. A lot of guys. So you can bring up defense as if he's so terrible that he can't play. Man, you put Klay Thompson on any contending team, they're more of a contender. Klay, and y'all bring up KCP. Oh, he's a winning player. Yeah, Klay Thompson's a winning player too. He's been doing winning player things for many moons now, and the disrespect is real. I don't understand it, Shasky. You're really disrespecting this guy. This guy did everything. But anyways,
how am I going? Time out, Rob. Time out. How am I disrespecting him when the team, not Joe Shasky, the team had to sit him down and say, dude, stop taking wild-ass shots? How am I disrespecting him when the coach had to talk to him multiple times this year to get him to buy in on the team concept of like, we're trying to maximize you and make you a better player. We're thinking about, moving you off the bench because you're not, like, our team isn't good enough. And like, it's not me. I'm not doing these things. The team did these things. I'm assessing what I'm watching. If he was playing at an elite level, I would say that. When he has good games, I say that. When he's shooting them out of games early on in the season on the road like he did last year, yeah, I acknowledged it. What, am I going to be blind and stick my head in the sand?
Shasky, because that's not really true. At the end of the day, who else you want shooting the ball on this team last year? Who else? Draymond, stop it. Klay's been the same player his whole career. And to me, like I said earlier in the year, he took less shots this year, played less minutes. To me, it's like the Warriors management was trying to underpay him anyways. From my sources, I heard they offered him some money, a disrespectful price, and make it under Draymond Green, and he still ain't returned the call yet. So my thing is this, man. I don't care about defense. The NBA don't care about defense. So don't bring it up trying to talk bad about a player. When I watch Luka, it look like pure crap on defense on the biggest stage. Klay Thompson's still a better defender than him. And if Klay goes to Dallas or Denver, it's a wrap. Warriors definitely ain't got no action. And by the way, I like the fact that they drafted the San Mateo James Wiseman, though. That's a good pickup for them.
I mean, that was. I'll give you that. That was a bar. But like, I mean, like,
I don't want to go back to Klay. Let's just keep it moving. I don't want to go back.
Disrespecting.
We're gonna move on from that. Here's Eddie Johnson, Sirius XM NBA radio, color analyst for the Phoenix Suns. Here's what he said about Klay Thompson's market.
A great market, because he's a tremendous person, and he's still an unreal basketball player. The second half of this season, I think he showed everybody how good he still is. And I expect teams, if he becomes a free agent, I expect teams, and he gets out there, obviously he'll be a free agent, he'll sign a deal, but I expect teams to be calling right away as soon as that window opens. I mean, who wouldn't want Klay Thompson in the organization?
Is Klay still a valuable player, Eddie?
The good thing is I would tell Klay and any other player is, hey, you're still here and you're still viable. Like, some guys play maybe 5 years. Some play 10 years. Some can play 15 years. I was a guy that played 17 years. I didn't care where I played. I didn't care who wanted me. I didn't care who didn't want me. The only thing that I cared about is that I had a chance to continue to play the game that I loved at an age where I knew I wasn't Eddie Johnson of the 20-year-olds. And I think that should be the case with Klay. And you shouldn't take it personal. It's business, as he well know. And I think, probably the move would be good for him. I think he should be rejuvenated if he went somewhere and he had to lead and they had to be counted on a lot higher than he is right now.
So that's Eddie Johnson on Klay Thompson. Do you agree with him? 888-957-9570. Let's get to Auntie Sugar, Robin in the city. Robin, long time no talk. What up, auntie?
Hey, look here, I called let Shasky know you're absolutely right. Rob, you know what, Rob? You know what? You need to stop that. First of all, I agree that Klay Thompson, the way that he's been disrespected by the fans is funky. I really do. Because, they appreciate what you did, but they always remember how you go out. Klay, it took him 2 years. Well, he was out 2 years, too. Am I not right, you guys?
2 years.
So, he said that they didn't expect him to come back and be who he was, yet that was a lie because he didn't live up to that. But it's going to take him. I believe he'll be better this year because he's had 2 years of an injury and he's also, in a decline. But I think that it's kind of like I heard your doctor that used to be on here. He said it's going to take Klay at least 3 or 4 years to even get back. He's been out 2 years. So it's kind of like, I call the analogy, people that are addicted. Well, it'll take the rest of their lifetime to fight that addiction because they lived a certain way. So it takes them time to even get back to a normal life. I kind of see the injury in that regard. But, Rob, you need to cut it out because you say you always want to diminish Curry to elevate Klay, and that's not cool. They worked as a team until he got injured. The fact of the matter is Steph Curry has been carrying Pookie and them, okay? He won that championship for them 2 years ago. So you need to cut that out. Klay contributed, but he was part of Pookie and them. So you need to let that go for the trying to diminish one in order to elevate. It never works out. Peace out, guys.
All right, Robin.
It is sad, but it's true.
Oh, man, Pookie and them. Klay Thompson. But according to Eddie Johnson, he has a market, a great market. Ramona Shelburne joined Willard and Dibbs yesterday, said the Klay situation may get resolved very, very quickly.
There are only a couple teams with the cap space, right, to sign him to something like a little larger. And I think the cap space dries up pretty quick, right? There's only a couple teams that would fit there. And then everything else would be sort of a mid-level, right? So there's not much to decide except for where you want to go. I think the Warriors do have an interest in bringing him back. But, is that happening before they deal with the other 4 or 5 options that are out there? I don't see that. I think they have a few other things to try to get done that may or may not happen, right, before they deal with Klay. And let's see how long he waits.
Let's see how long he waits, Shasky. Let's see how long he waits. Very intrigued to see what his market is, what type of money he was getting. Because for a long time, I was in the camp with Bobby Marks. I thought Klay was getting $30 million a year for sure. For sure. Done deal. My sources, and you can believe if I have sources or not, I would hope that I'm credible out there in these streets, but, people may have different opinions. I thought he was going to get 25 to 30 million easy. Now, Malik Monk and his deal with the Sacramento Kings changed my thought process. I thought, damn, I thought Malik was going to get 30 million a year, and he ended up getting 18, 19 a year. And right now, Malik Monk is probably the more explosive player. The more explosive, he doesn't play defense either. That's the thing with Malik Monk. Nobody talks about Malik Monk. He is food on defense. Food. But he is great offensively. He can play make, which Klay Thompson doesn't do. He's more of a playmaker. So,
and he's accepted his sixth-man role and is like the supercharged battery pack. And there are games where, they ride that out all the way. And then there are other times where he doesn't have a really good game and he doesn't feel any of the heat. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's one of the beauties of what his role is with that team.
But let's be real, though. He's never been a Klay Thompson before. He's never had submitted himself as a legit starting 2 guard in this league.
No.
So, yeah, accepting that role as a 6-man, you're getting that type of money, that's different. But we don't ever talk about his defense there, but we know what he means to Sacramento. There's no doubt. Yeah. I think if I was on the open market and I'm a GM and I'm looking at Monk or Klay, I'm probably taking Monk. However, it's not to disrespect Klay Thompson. It's just that he's younger and probably more of a playmaking offensive threat than Klay Thompson. But